Hello everyone, it's Darla at Scrap Happens here with Tuesday's tip. Today I want to show you how to emboss resist. It's a really fun technique. You can come up with some really cool backgrounds. This one's just a really simple Christmas card that I made using the Evergreen Elegance stamp set. And my sentiment is from the Christmas to Remember stamp set, the Merry Christmas. I love that one. Anyways, let me get started. The first thing I have is a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of thick basic white cardstock. And I am going to use my Versamark. And I'm going to ink up my tree. And I'm going to stamp it, hopefully in the center of the cardstock. The next thing I'm going to do is pour my embossing powder on it. This is going to be a little bit hard to see. I just pour a bunch, dump it out. I think you can see it on there. Then I dump it back in. Okay. And I am going to heat emboss that with my heat tool. And you'll see that it turns, I hope that you can see this, shiny white. You can also use clear embossing powder, especially for this one, the paper's white, so the clear will show white. But you could also do it on colored paper, use clear, and then we will see when you do the background, but then your color will pop through. Okay, so I've heat embossed that Christmas tree. The next thing I have is Misty Moonlight ink and Balmy Blue ink. And I also pre-cut a rectangle frame to go around this just because I wanted it to have a white frame around it also. I could have just not done this template, and I could have just cut this smaller and then put it onto white paper, but I wanted to try it this way, give you a different way of doing things. So I'm going to take my blending brushes, which I love. I'm going to put it on, dab it off a little bit on the side of the paper so that it doesn't have a big circle. And I'm going to start in the center doing the lighter color. Oops. You can also tape this on with some washi tape to hold it in place. But when I made my sample, I was able to do it all without putting washi tape on it. So we'll give it a try because I don't have any right here, the handy. And then I just use my blending brushes to brush it around to add some color. And that's the Balmy Blue. The next I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight. And this one, it's really important to dab it off a little bit because you see how it leaves that the circle dab, kind of like the daubers do. And you want to start off of the paper, off of the edge. So if you're not using a mask like this, you would still just ink it up, take a little off, and then start from your scratch paper onto the rectangle, if that makes sense. Might have to do another video. Remember, start off so you don't get that. See, I got a little bit of one right there. I didn't start far enough off up at the top, but I can try to make this other darker, and then, which I want to do anyway. I want the edges to be darker. And just keep adding ink. And I'm going to add some lighter, the balmy blue in the middle again. Oops. I guess you really should washi tape this down. It worked really good the first time. But with the rectangle, it's easy to get it back in the right place. And I gotta grab a napkin really quick. I forgot to grab that, sorry. So I can show you the embossed resist technique. So what it is since I've embossed that tree, I can just wipe the color off of that tree. And then you have the blue background with the white tree. So you could do this with any color. Now on my card, I took my Wink of Stella and painted the background so the whole background would be sparkly. I also added some of the 20, 21, 20, 23 in color jewels. These, this bluish color looks really good on there. I also backed it with some silver foil paper and Misty Moonlight cardstock. And the same with my sentiment. I heat embossed the sentiment and onto the Misty Moonlight paper, and then I matted it onto the silver foil paper. I think you can see that pretty good. Oh, and I added my little silver ribbon here. I'll have all the measurements on my blog, so go to my blog, scraphappensherewithdarla.com, for all the measurements. And if you like this video, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit subscribe so you don't miss another video. Follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube. And this is a fun technique. I hope you will give it a try. There's lots you can do with it. And I'll be doing more, but this is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week with Tuesday's tip.